Welcome back, guys. What's going on? As most of you by now know, if you've followed the channel for any time, you know that I'm a huge fan of my buddy Sean over at 0241 Tactical and his top jackets and smock light jackets. I still think those are probably two of the number one in a list of number ones items that the smart armed prepared citizen will acquire, even if it's the only quote-unquote camouflaged outer layer you acquire. I think it's a well-deserved purchase, right? Well, Sean has come out with something else new, and I am happy to show it to you. This is the new Partisan pullover jacket. Now, it's similar to a top jacket, but there are some changes and a few differences between a top jacket and this. Think of it this way, a top jacket's probably a little bit simpler than this. This has got a few extra features that the top jacket doesn't have, and then it also shares some of the same features as a top jacket. Now, I'll go ahead and caveat this by saying this is the very first one that he's done. So the final versions that you guys get, there may or may not be some tweaks or changes. I don't know. So just keep that in mind. If anything, I suspect it would be little things, but I'm kind of putting this one, through the ringer a little bit for him and going to give him some feedback and see where we go. But those should be available here really soon. I think he's going to get them up on the website. So that said, let me go over a couple of things that this one's got. Now, it's a pullover top, just like the top jacket, right? And just in case somebody's curious and doesn't know, this one is in ATAX FG, right? So again, much like a top jacket, it's a simple pullover. You've got a hood right here. The hood's got a bungee cord drawstring in it, so you can cinch it down if you need to. It's plenty roomy, just like the original one. You can pull it up, and you've got room underneath it for in cold weather, wearing warming layers on your head, or in hotter weather, it gives you a little extra concealment, but still allows for a little bit of airflow through there. Combined with a simple ball cap like this True Spec contractor cap, it's a really good combination because the bill of the cap will keep the hood open and from dropping down in front of you. So just a little tip there from me on that. It's a good combo to have. So let's start with the sleeves, okay? You've got your normal top jacket sleeve, and you've got a Velcro adjustment on the wrist so you can cinch it up and close it down if you like. It's open enough though that you can open it completely up and roll it up a little bit like that if you need a little extra ventilation in warmer weather. Now the Partisan jacket is going to have angled shoulder pockets with a little strip of Velcro, so it makes it real easy to get in and out of them. I really like the angled design on that versus a straight up and down one. It's definitely easier to get in and out of, carries things a little simpler or a little better, etc. On the front area right here, on the bottom, you've got a big kangaroo pocket that goes all the way through to the other side. At first I was kind of unsure about this, but after having used it, I'm a huge fan, okay? And here's why. It's easy to stick things in that you want to keep track of. Even if you've got a chest rig on, which I'll show you in a minute, if you're wearing your chest rig properly, it's up high enough that you can access these pockets down here to give you some quick, easy storage space if you need to put something, or if there's something you need to take out and get to, etc. You've got a larger pocket on the chest right here. And Sean's kept this really simple. All it is just a flap that you just pull back and can get into. So you could put simple things in here that you might want to get to. It's smooth and flat enough though that if you're wearing a chest rig, etc., over top of it, It's not adding, you know, any kind of significant bulk or anything to get in your way right there. Under the armpits right here, you've got a large mesh area, which does a great job of adding a little bit of ventilation to it in the warmer, humid weather like we've got right now. And of course on the bottom down here, you've got a shock cord drawstring, so you can cinch it up around your waist or your hips if you need to. During the winter time, that could help keep colder air out if you've got warming layers underneath it. In the summertime, it can help keep bugs out so they're not as easy to get up underneath the jacket and cause you issues. I think this still keeps the exact same versatility as the top jackets and the smock lights, in that there's enough ventilation that you can use it as a standalone top with just a t-shirt underneath it, much like you would a BDU or ACU top in hotter weather. Or in colder weather, you just put your warming layers underneath it, throw this on top of it, and then not only do you have your camouflage layer on the outside, but you've got all your warming layers protected underneath the material. So if you're wearing like a fleece or something like that, and you're out in this kind of stuff, the fleece isn't going to get snagged and ripped and torn and all that by, you know, all the wait a minute vines and all that kind of good stuff. So all in all, just a really, really versatile piece of equipment. One other thing that this has got that, again, I was kind of unsure of at first, but now that I've played with it a little bit, I really like it, and I think it's a great feature. He's added in on the back on each side what's normally known as like a poacher's pouch, right? There's one here, and there's one over here. It's got a single little piece of Velcro right there just to keep it closed. Again, if you're wearing a chest rig or something, these are just at the right spot that I can reach in and access things really easily, and I've got stuff right here around me that frees up storage space in my leg pockets, my pants, or whatever else for things that I want to get to a little easier up top. Between the front pocket here and these pockets here, it's really versatile. Another thing that this allows you to do, and this I really like, is, dare I say, you could possibly eliminate a dump pouch if you're wearing a piece of belt kit underneath this, or even on top of it. Well, wouldn't work on top of it. Let me rephrase that. I apologize for the wind if it's getting in the mic, guys. It's kind of blustery and stormy out here today, and I'm trying to get this in between weather. So if the wind's screwing up the mic, I apologize ahead of time. Anyway, I digress. I can use these front pockets right here as an expedient dump pouch for my empty mags, but I can also do the same thing with that poacher's pouch right there, especially if you keep on hand a little spare tab of female Velcro and put it over the male piece right there so that it'll keep that open, but then you could take it off if you want to close it up. By keeping that open, if I have to reload, I can take my empty, boom, stuff it in there, put my fresh in, and I've got a built-in dump pouch, either using the front or the back. Works well for our left-handed brethren as well. And it's big enough that I can get, geez, probably 3 mags in there, 3 AR mags, fairly easily. So, again, I just think this is a really good improvement on an already great item. Trying to think if there's anything else I missed on this. What else is there? Before anybody asks, no, it's not waterproof. This one here is made out of just plain 50/50 Nyko material. Pretty much all of them that Sean does is either going to be 50/50 Nyko or like a 65/35 polycotton, both of them ripstops. It'll just depend on the pattern. Not all the patterns are available in a Nyko material. So there may be some different materials used depending on the pattern that you're asking for. If you're getting, I know multicam and any of the ATAX patterns, I know those will be NICO material. Other ones will be, subject to whatever the material is available in. So I'm trying to think if there's anything else that I missed on here. I'm a huge fan, and I'm probably gonna bug Sean, hint hint, wink wink if you're watching, to incorporate the same ideas on this into the smock light jacket. Now it's kind of already got it, because the smock light's already got bottom hand warmer pockets. Obviously it can't be a kangaroo type one because it's a split front, and that kind of does away with the chest pocket. But you could do the arm pockets the same on the smock light, and you could also add in these poacher pockets. I think that would be a great improvement and give you 4 options, 2 pullover options and 2 zip up options. That, I mean, I don't see how that couldn't cover what you want, and you couldn't get everything that you could think of in one of these. So let me show you what it looks like with with some gear on, so you can kind of get an idea how it fits and how it rides. All right, so with our gear on, you can see everything's still accessible. I can still get in these bottom pockets easily, and if you're wearing your chest rig right, as a chest rig like you should be, shameless plug, go see my video on that. The rear pockets right here are perfectly accessible as well on either side. Easy enough, right? So get that chest rig up high, you've got your shoulder pockets, you've got the pass-through, you've got the kangaroos, everything works good. I can do a reload, take my empty, shove it in there, and go on with life, and it's as simple as that. So as you can see, I'll kind of come in a little closer, guys, let you kind of see how it rides and how it fits. Again, the shoulder pockets are real easy to get into. I know some of you will decry the Velcro, and as much as I'm not a fan of Velcro for a lot of uses and applications, I think in this one it's one that's okay. And the reason being, I'm probably not going to put anything in these pockets that I need to access in a stealthy situation. Anything that I'm going to need to access quietly, I'd put in the bottom pouch right here. I'd put in a pouch on my gear, or I can put in this pouch that has no closure on it that I can get in and out of super easy with no problems, right? This would be more stuff that I would access when I wasn't worried about being super quiet. Just as a thought, if you absolutely had to have it, you could always find a local tailor that could add you a button or 2 on there and remove the Velcro. That wouldn't be an overly complicated thing to have done, but that'd be something you'd have to do on your own. For time and cost of production, I think the Velcro on those is the way to go for now, until some super awesome new closure method comes out that is yet to be unheard of. All right, enough rambling. I mean, how much can you talk about a pullover, right? Don't challenge me on that, because I can go on for a while. So that said, check these out, guys. Like I said, I hope Sean's going to have them up on the website fairly soon. I don't know exactly when he's planning on doing that. I believe we discussed it, but I'm having a CRS moment, and I can't remember stuff, and I don't remember exactly when he said he was planning on getting up, but I do know he is planning on getting them up. Okay, so just keep an eye out. Obviously, he'll have it up on his Facebook page and his Instagram page, and you know that yours truly is going to share it and let you know. So one way or the other, it'll be up. So, since I'm a small business owner myself, and I think Sean's making great stuff that complements what I make, and I like to support not only other small business owners, but somebody that I consider a friend as well. So that's why I'm plugging the crap out of this for you. And even though Sean's a friend, let me throw this in there as a little disclaimer that I normally don't do. If there was something about this I didn't like or that was wrong with it, I'd show you. And you know why I'd show you? Because Sean's a stand-up guy like that, and if I showed you something negative, number one, I'd probably already have discussed it with him, and number two, I know for a fact he wants to know if there's a problem so that he can change it, alter it, fix it, whatever, to give you guys the best product possible, just like I try to do with my stuff. So, people always wanting to support American-made products and American-made stuff. There you go. Off that soapbox, I'll shut up now. You guys stay safe, take care, get prepared, because might be a storm coming in more ways than one. See you guys in another one soon.